Ooh, I like this one. Up. I guess it didn't matter. What's up, Agents here, and welcome to a game called Alpha Wave. Now, before I get started, I asked you guys on Twitter if it was okay if I played a random game today instead of Pocket Edition. You said that was okay, and I honestly feel like this game will end the year off with a bang. Now, I do have a Pocket Edition video planned for tomorrow that I feel will start the new year off with a bang, so you guys don't have to worry about that. So yeah, Alpha Wave is actually a relatively interesting game. It's effectively a game where you're trying to survive as many waves of enemies and stuff as you can. And it's actually relatively easy to understand, but does take a bit of mastering. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys right now, this game is not free. As of me posting this video, it costs $1 on the App Store, not 99 cents. Exactly $1, 1.00, and I do not know if it's going to stay this price. I mean, if you're watching this at a later date, it might be more expensive, or it may actually be free at that point. I actually don't know. You'll just have to check your App Store to find out, but yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with this. So, just as usual for these kinds of games, if I can use my game controller, I will, and quite honestly, I feel like this is going to make things easier. Now, if you guys buy the game for yourself, obviously you're going to have touch controls, which I do not know what those are going to be, but controllers is just easier for me to use, and I have it on hand, so yeah, so now let's go ahead and let it load, and it's actually going to give us instructions on how to play the game if we're using a controller, which actually is not overly complicated to figure out. It's only a few buttons of which that are being used. And I have no idea what's taking it so long to load. Come on. There it goes. Okay, here we go. So, this is basic instructions on how to use your game controller. Now, obviously, like I said, if touch controls is what you're using, it's going to be different. So all I have to do is use this set of buttons. Super Bomb clears the screen of all enemies and debris and charges over time and is ready to use when flashing. And then the Hyper Mode, each different weapon that we have available to us has its own Hyper Mode and does a decent amount of damage when you use it, and lasts a few seconds. So there are actually 3 different types of weapons you can have. These little spheres or tetrahedrons or whatever the heck these things are will every so often fly into the arena, and it will change colors as it's going by, and depending on what color it is, when you destroy it, it will actually give you a certain weapon. So let's go ahead and show you guys what these weapons are. We have ourselves the blue laser shot weapon, which is what we start off with using when we start the round. It doesn't spread its bullets. It has a fast fire rate, and its projectiles are really powerful. The green one is a spread shot. It does not shoot at a very fast rate, but its projectiles are actually rather strong. And then the red is also a spread. It fires at a really fast rate. However, it doesn't do too much damage. However, the hyper mode for every single one of these is just absolutely devastating. Now, there are actually 3 modes of which I can play, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all 3 modes in this video, but we'll just have to go ahead and see how it turns out. So let's go ahead and get started. And our bullets actually never stop going off. Now, obviously you can tell that my bullets, are actually moving a lot faster than my character. Now, as time goes on, I will actually get speed boost increases. However, I have to destroy certain enemies in order to do that. And we haven't really encountered any enemies just yet. All we've been encountering so far are these asteroids, and as we increase in waves, we will get more enemies and stuff. Now, I'm not taking damage from these passing me up. You only take damage when something directly hits you, which is fairly obvious for most games, and you can actually get power-ups from certain enemies to increase your health should you ever need to. Now then, on the left and right, I have my super bomb and my hyper weapon, which I'm not going to worry about just yet. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. This is what the blue laser power-up does in hyper mode, which I really like the way it works. Okay, oh, ouch. Now this is going to give me a speed increase. And I'm trying to avoid these asteroids and then try to actually get these enemies at the same time, which isn't the easiest thing to do. So now we're on wave 5. Okay, we just got the green power up, so here's what this does. You can see it's not firing very fast, but it does a ton of damage. I mean, it just one-shot that red enemy. So let's go ahead and use hyper mode, why not? Yeah. Isn't that intense? Well, I bet to some people it's not very intense, but I really like the way it works. Now, we also have our hyper bomb option, or our super bomb, whatever it technically called it. I've already forgotten somehow. And, okay, we got ourselves a health increase. Oh, we actually went above 100. That's nice. Let's go ahead and do this. Boom. Super bomb just went off. Now, this game doesn't have too much strategy to it. I do not want to pick the blue weapon just up. I actually wanted the red weapon to show you guys what that did, but that unfortunately didn't happen. Let's go ahead and use this. Oh yeah, we're really bringing some serious points right now. We're already at 5 million. Then again, it's not hard to get a ton of points. I think, I'd like to say that my high score out of all 3 game modes so far is actually like 25 million or something. Maybe even 26. I don't know. Let's, boom. Alright. On wave 10 out of, well, we're not actually, we don't actually have a set number of waves. We actually go until we run out of health, which is pretty straightforward for games. You go until you run out of health. It's always endless. Well, actually, not all games are endless, but these games like these are a lot of fun because you never know what's going to come your way. Oh, there we go. We got the red power up, and this is what this does. Now, it's actually not going to do a ton of damage. It actually takes a few hits for enemies to actually be destroyed. But then again, at the same time, it spreads its shots, so multiple bullets will be hitting enemies at once. Let's go ahead and use hyper mode really quick. Just look at that amount of spray. That is probably one of the most intense weapons I've seen in a shooter in a long time. Ouch. Oh, I do not want that thing to blow up near me. And we got the blue power-up back, and I don't want the blue power-up. Let's go ahead and shoot you. You give me nothing. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you guys, whoa! I did not realize that thing would do that. Boom. Now, those blue spiky bombs, if they explode near you, they actually will lock you in position, which I do not want to showcase. Oh, there it happened. This is not going well. Alright. No, don't you dare. No. Yes, I actually wanted this. Alright, I'm actually coming close to what my actual high score is, which isn't that bad. There we go. Okay, we're already in wave 15, and it hasn't been too long. Oh yeah, I forgot. Some of these enemies actually shoot projectiles. Or at least these enemies shoot projectiles. This is getting really intense here. I'm enjoying this though, at least. And oh yeah, I didn't speak too soon, but at the same time I did take, whoa, a lot of damage. Boom. Oh my gosh, I am running out of health. This isn't good. Alright, we actually got ourselves some health, which is nice. Although these enemies that are shooting at us are really annoying. Boom. So our hyper weapon is ready for us to use again. It's kind of hard to commentate on a game like this because I'm actually trying to focus here on actually getting these enemies and staying out of harm, which, as you just saw, didn't go too well. Although these asteroids falling down, or meteors, I think these are meteors, because they're kind of on fire. At least they don't target me. There are actually other enemies in the other two modes that will legitimately target you. I mean, the spaceships that we were encountering, yes, they were actually shooting at us, but I'm talking about, like somewhat of a heat-seeking missile or something. No, I don't want that. You know what? I'll take it, since I kind of have to take it in order to... I kind of needed to take it in order to get the health. And oh my gosh, I am almost dead. This is not going well. I really like the superpower for... Whoa! I am so not doing well. Oh, whoa, whoa! Can I grab? There we go. This is so not going well. I am about to die. I am actually about to die. At least I have my hyper weapon I can use. Let's grab this. Man, it's really going to show that the further you go into this, the more intense it gets. And I'm running low on health again. Ooh, I like this one. Oh, I guess it didn't matter. Okay. Now, I don't know whether or not this is an online leaderboard or if it's just strictly local. Alright, so that's that game mode. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys one more game mode and then end the video off. So, we were playing on Stonewall. Black Hole is effectively the same as Stonewall. However, it's a different map and actually contains different enemies. However, on the other hand, Dark Star, as you can see, it says survival. The way this works is that you do not have the enemies that will drop health items. So you actually start higher than 100% when the game starts. There is actually a boss that you encounter partway through, which is annoying to take down. I'm going to be honest about that. But like I said, there's no enemies that drops health items. You start above 100% health. So you're just basically going until you die, which is fairly straightforward for pretty much any game. Now it's going to go through the loading screen again, which last time it took quite a bit of time. And that's going to give me the basic controls as well, which I can just skip through. It's not a problem. And there it froze again. Great. Don't you just love it when video games do this to you? They just freeze on the loading screen. Come on. Come on. There we go. It's doing something. Oh, there we go. Now, as I mentioned before I started this round, I did say there is actually a boss to this mode, which, quite honestly, my blue laser is actually the most effective against this boss, strictly because of the hyper weapon, which, yeah, I said strictly because of the hyper weapon, and then use my bomb. Let's go ahead and use the hyper weapon now, why not? Now, granted, there's no enemies that drop items. There are, as you just saw, there is the enemy that drops the power-ups. So that's the one thing you do have access to in this mode. I didn't really notice, but did I actually start this round off at 150? I think I did, and the fact I'm down to 119 at this point isn't all that great. This is why I like the green power-up, because I can just sit here and let my power-up get me. I actually do not know how long it's going to be until I actually encounter this boss. So I kind of grab my blue laser a bit prematurely. Now, you guys will probably recognize the boss when you see it. No promises, because I didn't even know it was a boss when I first encountered it. As long as I can stay alive. Now, the enemies that were in the other mode that I played that drop the health power-ups. Okay, this is where the boss gets started. This is why this power-up is actually very useful for the boss, is because of the super weapon. And, oh! Okay, our super weapon actually took him out really fast. 61%, we're on wave 7. This isn't good. Although this is actually a little bit easier, but it still can be a bit difficult. Give me the green power up. There we go. Oh, crap. Alright. We're down to 31%, which we're kind of stuck at. Boom. Oh, great. These things. I remember these things. These things are annoying. 16%. We're almost dead. And now we are dead. Okay. Well, that didn't last long. You know what? I think I might have time to squeeze in another round for this video. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't know whether or not I'm going to switch to a different difficulty. I may in the future, but for right now, I'm just trying to make this look a bit interesting. I mean, at least allow me to survive a little bit longer, just for the sake of at least getting this recorded for you guys. And here we go with the loading screen again. Now, how long are you going to take before you unfreeze this time? I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that I'm currently playing offline versus playing online. I don't know. It might have something to do with that. I actually honestly do not know. Alright, let's get started. So it starts off rather simple, just like the first game mode I played. I move rather slow, and I start off with my blue laser. So now I just gotta watch out for the green enemies, which they're the ones that contains the power-ups. Because then I'll be able to increase my speed. And although I don't exactly need a health item right now, kind of nice to be able to have it to go above 100%, because we actually did that on the other mode, which I still am not quite 100% sure how that managed to happen. But whatever. Okay, we've got our red shooting enemies here, which the green enemies shouldn't take too long before they come up as well. Hello there, you're what I want. There we go, now we're moving faster and we took damage. Well, I want, give me green, there we go. Give me that, there we go. Can't dodge the bullets from the enemies, but I can at least do some serious damage to them. Yeah, this has gotta be my favorite weapon of all three of them. If the developers could actually add in a few more weapons, that would be really cool, because I'd love to see some variation to this. I mean, don't get me wrong, the weapons I already have are amazing, but still. Okay, health item. You know what would actually be a really nice is a power-up that actually gave me a shield. I mean, my health is technically called my shield, but like a bubble shield, like if you've ever played the Sonic the Hedgehog games, or at least the early ones, like I did, because I started off with the Sega Genesis, Sonic actually had the ability to have a shield which is good for one hit, and if something similar were to come out for this game, that would take like 2 or 3 hits before it disappeared, making you, well, invulnerable for a short amount of time. That would actually make for an interesting game. Ouch. Now these enemies are actually really annoying. At least their bullets are somewhat, I'm about to say they're easy to dodge and I get hit. Yeah, aren't I great? I'm gonna say, to end the year of 2016 off with a bang, I feel like this video game actually does a good job of that. Because we're definitely banging pretty much everything that's coming our way. Bomb ready, super weapon ready. And let's do it now. I guess there is a little bit of strategy actually having to do your bombs and hyper weapons, but there are people out there like me who like to just kind of, well, just do it randomly, I guess. Do this. There we go. Now, if only these things spread at a larger rate, well, they do spread. If they spread a little bit farther and did more damage, that'd be nice. But I suppose with having as fast a rate of fire as it has, it makes sense that it only does as much as it actually does. Man, this is whoa. Oh, no, I do not want you to explode. How on earth did I manage to not take damage from that? That I actually have no idea. Oh, we actually got this power up back. Nice. And the heck? I actually have no idea what that flower did for me. I mean, it's supposed to do something, but I actually don't know. Oh! These guys I have actually never encountered. I like this. It's a nice touch, because effectively we're in a space setting, so UFOs only make sense. At least their hyper weapon is able to one-shot them. Boom! I mean, I've seen plenty of games and movies using these type of UFOs, and they actually make for good enemies regardless. Ouch. We're actually at wave 17, which is nice. I don't think I've ever actually gotten this far on this particular game mode. And it seems like nope. Oh, these guys again. Yippee. Alright. Hyper weapon is used. Really? My hyper weapon can't one-shot these things? That sucks. We're down to 15% health left, which is definitely not good. No, don't you dare. There we go. There we go. Gonna use this. Boom. Health power-up would be about not okay. Yes, that's what I actually wanted. And I just kind of wasted it. Ouch. Man, this round's actually going on a lot longer than I thought it would go. Quite. Oh! We took damage. I need to pay attention. So, as I mentioned earlier, I can just simply sit still and not take damage using this weapon, and boy, am I wrong on that. I mean, at the time that I said that I was doing a good job of that, but right as of now, not so much. How far it spreads is actually really nice. I'm going to give it that. Bomb. Oh, nice. More health. And just wasting these health power-ups because I grab them and then almost immediately get attacked. At least it's doing a lot of damage to these enemies. Oh, I'm not in a good position. Ooh, you know what? I'll grab this. Sure, why not? The amount of spread that does, and the amount of damage each ball does, at least it does quite a lot of damage for where I am. Man, this is really intense here. Ouch. There we go. I am actually doing a lot better on this round than I have in any other previous round. Ouch. You gonna give me some more health? Yes. Good. $30 million. I've actually not broken that score previously on this game. This is the highest score I've actually ever gotten on this game for as long as I've owned it. I've only owned it for like a couple of days. But at least we're doing some insane damage to these enemies and racking up points really quickly. Man, this video is actually going on a lot longer than I thought. Whoa, boy, hello. I don't know how well this is going to turn out. Well, I destroyed them, but I got destroyed in the process. Alright, fine. 43 million. Not bad. Not bad at all. Highest score I've actually gotten so far, like I said. Well, that was Alpha Wave. That was actually really intense. I know I kept saying that several times over, but man, this is a really fun game. Now, as I said, this does cost exactly $1, 1.00 on the App Store. If you guys want to check this out, so it's not really overly expensive. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Want more? Make sure to hit that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Series. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic new year. And again, I'm going to have a regular Minecraft Pocket Edition video going up tomorrow to kind of celebrate the start of 2017. So be sure to look out for that. So yeah, with that, I will see you guys later.